Good morning. It is Friday, May the 19th, I believe. It's the 19th or 20th. Today is the first day that I am going turkey hunting in the 2023 season on my own to try to kill myself a turkey. Came back out, had some work, had a stretch of work, and now I've got a week off. This is the Friday of the 1 week that I have off in May to turkey hunt for myself and my family out here in Wyoming, and dedicated this week pretty much to getting my son Phelps, my youngest boy, 9 years old, his first turkey, which we were successful in doing yesterday. And he is hooked. Can't say how proud I am of him for just how dialed in he was to getting a turkey and committed to getting a turkey hunting. He did great. And now I'm heading out to where we went the first day that we went after a turkey for him. We had one gobbling like crazy at us and wanted to play the game for sure, but we got in a little late, which I think I may be there early enough today. And public land, pressured, and it's a creek bottom is fairly constricted. When people are hunting down there, the birds that are in there are being pressured pretty hard. There's nowhere for them to spread out. So I'm hoping that bird is still down in that area. They move. They may walk 20 miles here in Wyoming, and they go up and down the creek bottom. So he could be 10, 20 miles away from where we bumped him. He could be right there. There could be a whole new gaggle of turkeys that had decided that happened to be there when it was fly up time, and that's where they are now. There could be nothing there. You just never know when you go to this spot. But when it's right, it's really, really fun terrain to hunt and beautiful. God has showered me and my family with first turkey blessings this spring. Just absolutely showered. My dad got his first turkey at 85 years old. My son Phelps, my 9-year-old, my youngest, just got his turkey yesterday. A beautiful hunt. Check that video out. Phelps's first turkey hunt, or Phelps's first turkey. It's got footage from 2 days of hunting on there, but pretty darn good footage yesterday of him shooting his first bird. Pretty good footage for me anyway. I usually miss the kill shot, if not more. I'm gonna enjoy a beautiful morning though, in a beautiful spot. I'm gonna enjoy God's creatures singing to me. Hopefully we'll find some more morel mushrooms today. It's supposed to be warmer today. We got a good bit of rain the last 2 days, and hope you enjoy whatever footage I can get. And God bless. this way. I hope they go left. Turkeys to the right. Those turkeys. These hens to the left. Come on, hens. Hens around. Come on, hens. I don't know if they got that on video or not. God, they got in too close on me too. I got in too close too quick. I can't believe that happened like that. I was up early enough this morning, and I was just so tired from the previous 2 days that I had hit snooze 3 more times. And then trying to mess with my camera to see if I can get it to not be recording everything in slow motion, which I can't seem to figure out. It's recording in 4K today for the first time, so I don't know if these files are going to be manageable. Regardless, I got down here, they're gobbling. I snuck into this position, which was perfect, and I was hoping to be able to give a couple of calls before the hens flew down. And I just got the camera set up, and when they flew down, I didn't have my mask down. I'm not exactly in massive cover here. I'm kind of out in the open. You're either covered up with stuff in front of you, or you're kind of in the open. And I called to those hens hoping they'd come over here, and they were calling, and I gave them the silent treatment because I didn't want them to come straight. And they got here so quick, trying to get the video camera over there so I could get the shot on film. Next thing I know, they're 15 yards from me and about to be gone. I mean, like, done once they got past me. And they kind of saw me, I think, but they certainly saw me when I started moving the gun. I have no idea. I would like to pick out the biggest bird. I have no idea. I just know that was a gobbler. I mean, a male bird. One of the 5 or 6, I don't know. I don't think I saw any jakes out there. I don't think I saw any incomplete fans. But when I shot that joker, all of them's beards are pointing the other direction. So, yeah, I have no idea what I just shot. I just know I shot a good turkey, or a turkey, in just this beautiful spot. I just, get up 45 minutes earlier. If you have to get up 2 hours earlier to start drinking coffee to get yourself where you're okay, get out here. Just get up an hour earlier and get out here on time. Yesterday was so perfect because we were there plenty of time. Today, this was great. I needed 5 more minutes. If I'd have had 20 more minutes, I'd have been in a spot where there's no way I would have missed any of the footage. They wouldn't have gone behind that tree. I'd have been able to call to those hens on the tree. They'd have flown over here, the gobblers had flown over here, and I wouldn't have been sitting here trying to get my mask on, gloveless, in the open with birds right in front of me. Sounds like I'm complaining. I'm not. That was fantastic. That was beautiful. Now I've got an entire morning to look for morel mushrooms. I hope I didn't booger those up too bad. We were in here 2 mornings ago and there was 1 turkey, and it was strutting right over here, but it wouldn't come across this field or this bottom, and I knew, but we were too late to get across the bottom. We came in here too late, and it's just, they're public land wise turkeys. They weren't going to do it. At least that one wasn't going to do it. No other turkeys in here. And then come back 2 days later. I was worried about boogering that turkey out and it being done. Come back in here 2 days later and there's, I don't know how many gobblers. Whole new batch. You'll hear a hen in the far distance with this just deep, deep raspy voice. She's in here. 2 or 3 years ago when my wife came turkey hunting with me, and she came and jumped on a log 10 yards behind us, and there's no mistaking that turkey's call. Never heard one remotely as deep and as wonderful. That's her up there. All right, let me go get this bird and try to get up to the mushroom getting spot without boogering anymore. Hopefully we can get in here tomorrow morning and get Abby a bird. How awesome would that be? Two-year-old bird. Gotta love them. Six, 5:58. I shot that bird, I don't know, 5:20, 5:30 something. We got very smoky, hazy conditions, which is kind of cool. That helped me this morning because I was later than even I was. I was too late getting in here by 30-40 minutes. I should have been here earlier, but certainly I needed to be here
I guess a wood duck. I certainly need to be here 10 minutes earlier, and that's the latest I could be running late and get everything together and get where I got. I actually got in here to a great spot. I was hunting. See that white log back there? That tree that it fell down off of. I was hunting at the base of that. So I had some background cover, but I mean, it's still fairly wide open. And all because I didn't have my face mask on. I don't have gloves. I just got the camera set up when the hens flew down close. So at that point, it was that my gun wasn't pointing the right direction, nothing. So I had to slowly get all that together. Hope the recording is, I hope I can edit it to where it's not just jumpy and I mean, there should be some really good footage of those birds strutting and gobbling. But should be your camera operator here may have ensured that there isn't, but I also thought I had more time before they were gonna. I was hoping those hens were gonna break this way, and because the little bit of calling I did to them, they were really curious, and I thought they were gonna break this way. There were some more hens down that way, and gobblers down that way that I thought they looked like they were going to go that way. Looked like that's where they were going. And my only hope was going to be to call those hens and get them to come this way. So I called a little bit, but I mean, they were right there. And I was scared that they were going to come straight here. I was trying to throw my call that way. And they looked like they were going to break. And then all of a sudden, the gobblers are the ones that did it. I mean, I thought the hens were going to break, come down here, and then the gobblers would reluctantly follow them. Or slowly follow them, putting on a show. But they didn't. They're the ones that just turned, broke strut, and started marching from right to left. And the road goes right to left, and it kind of comes toward me. And I was wanting to set up on the other side of this hump, around the bend where those turkeys were coming. And it would have been absolutely perfect had I set up there. But I was worried they were going to fly down in this field and go the other way, and that would have shut me out. So I ended up there. Those birds got close. I mean, like 22 yards close before I knew it, they were there. Yeah, they were actually in gun range out here strutting when they first hit the ground. I didn't realize it. You know how it is when it's dark, everything was further away. But they got in too close, and then they definitely saw me when I started to shift over to shoot them because they were about to get gone. And they saw me and started wigging out. Luckily, I guess I had enough background cover, and by that time I had my mask on. It was just enough to have them curious enough to want to stop and kind of slow down and look back. I mean, this is nothing wrong with this bird. Got a 8-inch beard, 7-inch beard, and little 1/2-inch spurs, like 2-year-olds do. I believe in that, by the way, aging in spur length to a degree. I know this isn't an old bird. I don't know if there were any. I like trying to pick out the biggest bird, but once they started wigging out and crossing back and forth, I had no idea which gobbler was which. So pull the trigger on that one. He was the first one I can get my dot on. Appreciate it, bud. I'm gonna enjoy you and some peanut oil. All right, so it is now 7:30. I've kind of been messing around, getting packed up, and then I just took a little slow stroll up the creek here, up the creek there, looking along the cottonwoods. I found a couple of morels there last year.
not a lot. I mean, just like 2. It wasn't a great spot, but they were morels, so it has the potential to be a great spot. Anyway, went all the way up there, didn't see anything. Came on back, and I got right over there in front of that cottonwood, and been talking to God the whole time. I've been in my mind doing this morning, but especially on this walk looking for morels. I started praying to him about some things I need to work on in my life, and they're important things, very important things. And I just felt him say, why aren't you on your knees? And for a second I thought, what if somebody saw me? Wouldn't that be great if somebody was out here hunting and saw me drop to my knees and pray? So I dropped to my knees, started praying. I hadn't prayed on my knees in months. And there's something different about it. When I had a very good conversation, some deep prayers, asking for some help with a few things I need to tidy up, button up, and important things. And I thank God for my family and my son and his hunt yesterday, and my oldest son and his hunt when he was 9, and everything about him, and had some prayers for a while, concentrating on them, and thanked him for my wife, and prayed for her. Thanked him for how incredible she is in raising those boys to be the God-loving, kind, sweet, smart, healthy, but most importantly, Christ-following kids that they are. Abby has done a phenomenal job at that. I do a good job occasionally, and not so good others. That's her and God. But anyway, very important things. I thanked him for the hedge protection he had around us. He has around us all the time. And I thanked him for the hunt today. And then kind of lightened up and said, you know what? While I'm praying, I'll pray for what I want. Will you please show me some morel mushrooms? Because it's early. And I hadn't seen any signs up here of anything. That was beside that cottonwood. I walked across this creek right here. Took about 15 steps total. Oh, God is good, and he has a great sense of humor. But anyway, it's been a great day down here in the place we call the honey hole. Fantastic little spot in the world. I love it. It's my favorite place to come turkey hunting. There are different birds in here different days because they walk miles up and down this creek. And some days, there's, like today, there's a gaggle of them. Some days there's nothing. Usually there's 1 or 2 somewhere. And it's fun to work them. And it's beautiful. And it's public. And it's close by a lot of other public people hit hard. And there's people that know about this that come in here. There's always evidence of people being in here. I've run into a turkey hunter once. But it's so amazing. You get down in here and it's like you dropped off into a different planet. And it's your own little world. And it's in a hole, down in a hole. And I've never come down here where I didn't see where at least 3 or 4 skeletons of deer or elk, usually deer, that have been eaten. And it's not what hunters killed. This isn't hunter-killed deer. There's one over there that has the pedestals where he'd shed his antlers already when something got a hold of him. And I think there's cats in here. But anyway, just spectacular, Wyoming. You've got to love it. You gotta love it.